Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and welcome to another episode of Thursday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 32. So let me go catch up on some chat really quick, see how everyone's doing, see who's here. Big group of people tonight. Hey Bryce, good to see you. Robert, Jonathan Friend, Sherwood, Chris V, Skull and Bone Crusher, how's it going? Hey Aiden, how's it going? Ryan Nelson, Ted Sharp, Ronnie Davis, Troy Ray, Donna, how you doing, Donna? Tiff K, how you doing? Chris Neville. All right, it wasn't too bad. Stephen LeBlanc, how's it going? Dave B, Joel Jeffrey. I know I missed a couple people. Raymond, how's it going? Oh, I missed a whole bunch. Brian Stevens. Oh, I was just skimming through chat thinking it was easy. And I missed everyone. And Chris, I saw your little thing on there about the crystalline gold. I think crystalline gold looks really great, but I think the price on it is ridiculous. I mean, if you see like a 1 gram nugget, it'll have a premium. But then if you get a 1 gram nugget with that's crystalline gold, it's just so out of there. Ugh. And like you said, once you get it in hand, it's usually not worth the price. Glad to hear, Brian. Yeah, I should have sent you a note. I figured you wouldn't have it. I have a clue on what it was, but I'm glad you figured it out. It's got what is it, 1/1000th of a gram of gold in it, made into it. So it's pretty cool. And you're welcome. Thank you very much for helping out with the Jackie Scott. Hey, Peter Valentine. In Australia. Ricky, I've got an Australia month coming up soon where I'm going to be doing nothing but Australian Paydirt for a month. Hey, Richard Davis, how's it going? Bill, how's it going? Jeremy, everything's doing good. Backyard Prospecting, how's it going? Hippie Explorer, Ginger in a Pan, how's it going? It's not morning here, it's nighttime here, but Ken Whalen, how's it going? Like I said, thank everyone who helped out Jackie Scott. It was really awesome. And that nugget will sit on my desk forever. You know. Hey, Philip Smith. No worries. It's much better to listen to me than to look at me, I'm telling you. GS Prospecting, how's it going? Curtis Clancy. That's great to hear, Curtis. Glad to hear that. I always like it when things arrive. Your dad wants it. Well, if you email me, Brian, I have one left. I'll send it to you, Brian, for your dad. So just email me, Brian, or hit me up on Patreon. And CJ Hayes, how's it going? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. And you too, Donna. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you both. And hey, Jackie and Kayla, how are y'all doing? Gibby's Treasures. So I'm guessing you're at home if you're both watching me, Jackie. HD Shovel Ed. Shane, how's it going? Neil, Dragonfire, and everyone's popping in now. Carl Ordaway, Daniel Kerfman, William Merritt. Shane, how's it going, Shane? Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, I did, Sherwood. I will. If you hit me up on Patreon just to remind me, because I'll say I'm going to do it. Then after the show, my mind goes to poop and I won't remember. But just hit me up on Patreon and I'll send you the tracking number. I thought I had sent it, but I guess not. So, but it is out in the mail. I think I sent them out Saturday, but it might have been late Saturday, so they probably, then the holiday, they didn't even start mailing stuff until Tuesday. I've never had any problems with my 1100 pump. The first one I got went out and it would just stop working, and I got a new one. And I've never had, for the price, the 1100 pump, the little cheap ones, you can get from the Gold Cube. Just don't get them from the Gold Cube store. You can get them on Amazon for like $10. And for $10, they work great. Oh, that's cool. I like the Kennedy half dollars. American Eagles are still going to always be my favorite next to the dimes. Dimes are the best, but, you know, they're just so small. There's just not enough silver in them. You got to have a whole roll. Gary and Doris, how y'all doing? Hey, Jessica. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Too kind for my #1 fan. I'm doing good, Josh. How about yourself? Doing good. I haven't gotten around to looking at the sluice yet. I'm way behind. Last week, my furnace started making all kinds of noises. So luckily, I got a home warranty, so they're going to cover like 90% of it to replace it. But it's just been a hassle because kind of around my furnace is where I store all my 5-gallon buckets of Paydirt, so they'll dry out. And I had to move them all and find new spots for them and things like that. So, and then just on the phone with them, you know, they make you call them like 50 times to get anything done. So we got a 3,000 sump pump. Yeah, I have a sump pump. I bought a sump pump and a couple other pumps just to try out different pumps for different things. Whenever I could see one on sale, I think Menards had a sump pump that was like 80% off, so I grabbed it. So I plan on trying them all out this year. Once it warms up a little bit more, so I can play in my basement all day. Because in here, it's not too bad. It stays pretty warm in here, but the rest of the basement gets pretty chilly. So, hey, 9-finger mining. So tonight we're going to be panning out some more of the Arizona Gold Lady Paydirt. I already classified it down because I'm not going to pan out the -40 tonight because there was no real gold, and I don't want to spend 30 minutes panning out 2 little specks of gold, or I think it was 3 specks of gold. Ew. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, just the +10. And then again, there's another little stipulation tonight. Is since this isn't my Paydirt, somebody sent this to me and they told me to pan it out, shoot a review, and then send them back the gold. I can't actually send you this gold. I'll weigh it up and send you gold. I might just send you one nice nugget. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out at the end. You'll get some gold in the mail. That's all that matters. So whoever wins tonight, and make sure it is pinned at the top of the comment section here to go leave one comment so you could try to win. Chris Neville never received his package. Post office sucks. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Guido. How's it going? Better late than never, huh? Ryan Stevens got it. I'm telling you, lighting helps. You know, it's kind of hard. You know, when I shoot my videos, I generally probably find 80% of the fine gold in the -40 the first time around, but then I have to go back and add another light, just because shooting the video, you can't have tons of lights or y'all won't see anything. You just see headlights bouncing off the thing. But I'm telling you, reading glasses are the best. I use my 6x reading glasses, and it really, really helps. If I just use my normal reading glasses like these to pan out fine gold, I miss tons of it. But when you go back with that 6x magnification, you got to hold the pan a little bit close to your face. But that works. That's the best thing I've ever bought. You did, Raymond. You did. I printed up your package, and your package is going out in the mail tomorrow morning. So I haven't had a chance to email you back. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Hey, Warren Padell. How you doing? The Dragon's Hoard. Yeah, I saw that. I was scouring eBay the other day, and I saw some of your Paydirt on there. I wanted to buy a bag, but then it would just go in my pocket. I wouldn't do a video for it, so I have a hard time. You know, it's hard to review people that have YouTube channels. So if I don't buy it, then I don't have to worry about it. So, hey, Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. Adam Snyder, how's it going? B Greeny. Don't buy off of eBay. eBay's not. I mean, eBay has some horrible sellers, but they do have some decent sellers on there. It's surprising. I think I was looking at my year in review and I shot a video. I just hated the way it turned out, so I don't know if I'm going to release it or not. But there was a couple eBay sellers on there that weren't too bad. So, I mean, there's some good ones on there. You just got to pick through them all, It's kind of like with the jelly beans, There's a couple good jelly beans in there, but then there'll be some really nasty ones, so. Brian Thomas. Facebook banned me for posting some of the nuggets I found for sale. Facebook bans people for any silly reason, so. I only go on Facebook one day a week, and that's Monday, and that's generally when I post my new videos, and that's it. Other than that, I stay away. It just too much trouble on Facebook. Too many angry people on Facebook, and you can't make anyone happy. So if you say one little comment, you'll get negative comments back, so it's just not worth it to me. But hey, Native Warrior, how's it going? I don't own a gold claw either, so. Heavy Metal Detective. I'm doing a gold gaw. You win gold. No gold claw. It's just gold gaw. No claw. It's a gold giveaway. So whatever gold I pan out tonight, you'll get an equal amount in gold or a nugget or something at the end of the night, whoever wins. Oh, yeah, auction Paydirt. That's the biggest rip. Never, ever buy auction Paydirt on eBay. Never, no matter what. I don't care who the seller is. If Gold Bay themselves put an auction up on eBay, I would not bid on it. I would not, because you just don't know. They could be upset that day and say, well, you know what? The bidding didn't go as high as I want. I'm pooping it. I did see, though, speaking of Gold Bay on eBay, I saw a bag up for auction yesterday or the day before. And it was crazy. It was an old bag of Paydirt from Gold Bay that somebody was selling. And I thought it was pretty funny that people were bidding on it. And I think the bid was up to, it was $64 with like 2 days left. So I figured it probably went up to $70, which you would pay if you just ordered it from Gold Bay. So somebody's going to take the risk that somebody didn't pick through a bag of Gold Bay Paydirt for maybe $1, save $1 or $2. Take the gold too. Yeah, the gold's better than a gold claw any day, I'll tell you that. Hey, JP Wands and more. I didn't even see you post, but somebody said hi to you, so. Let me see. I haven't even seen how many people are in here yet. Is it 75? Oh, somebody just left because I said 75, so. What you gonna do? Just got a gold claw from Clint. I still want to get one of these days, but it's going to have to be, I'm going to find a used one on eBay or something. I just want the little one, the little pocket one. Because I won't use it, really. I just are curious. I really want one of the clear ones. I want a clear gold pan, but the only company that makes one is the Gold Claw. So I just want a clear one to do a little thing I want to do. So. It's a good vintage bag of dirt. Yeah. Jason. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I did do a video for, what was it, Irwin's Paydirt, where I bought a used bag of Paydirt, and I ended up getting an over 100% ROI. but I paid half price. I mean, I think I paid, the bags were selling for like 60 and I think I paid 38. So I ended up getting a high ROI, but I just can't see it's, you know, for me, I can see doing it because I can get a video out of it. So if I lose some money, you know, it was fun and I get a little couple pennies back from YouTube. But other than that, I would not do it. That's just crazy to save $2 and not know if they've tampered with it or something. Then again, you could hit the jackpot. They might have had them throw in 2 or 3 extra grams and forgot all about it. So, hey, Brian Stevens. A Gold Claw is a pan that's made by a company, local company, or not local to me, but United States company that makes a pan, a gold pan. It's just different. It's actually, you know, I don't want to get in trouble by saying this, but in my opinion, it's a copy of another gold pan. I've been trying to order another gold pan. It's out of the Netherlands, I think, or something like that. I'll have to find out, but it's almost identical to the Gold Claw, and it came out a few years before the Gold Claw. They just call it something different, but, you know. Hey, William Poley, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, HD Shovel definitely has some vintage Paydirt. Definitely has some vintage Paydirt. If it ever floods by HD Shovelhead's house, he can, you know, build a little dam up around his house with all the Paydirt. Hey, digging it. How's it going? Have one printed on a 3D printer. I don't think they could print clear. Hey, Guido, thank you very much, Guido. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I love the little animations that come on these things. This is the best. I like that one. Hey, Steven Schwant, how's it going? And thank you very much, Guido. I'm going to have to change up my things. I saw on a channel, one of the channels my kids watch on YouTube, if somebody donates different amounts, they get different animations at the top. And I've kind of just got the one lame one. So I might have to change it up. So when people donate different amounts, they get different little animated things. I'll have to go on Fiverr or something and start paying some people some money to get some decent ones. That's what I'm using. I have a old rabbit burrow in my backyard underneath my shed. I mean, the whole ground around my shed is sinking, and I'm getting ready to shoot. I need to go get some more Tough Totes for my gold cubes so I can go through all my tailings for the last 2 years, because I've got like 5-gallon buckets, and I'm like, oh, I got a great spot to dump those in. You know, the sad part is when you run out of spaces to dump all your Paydirt, and you got to figure out ways to do it. You know, that's when you got to load your pocket up and start walking down the street and just start dumping it out a little bit at a time, like in Shawshank Redemption. You know, evergreen prospect. I can post videos. Yeah, well, if you watch my original videos, you can see I was in the same boat. My original videos were bad, and they stayed bad for a long time. Luckily, I had some good, you know, subscribers that stuck around so I can make a little bit better videos. They're still not, you know, as good as some of these top tier people, but, you know, it's getting there. Hey, Aaron Mack, how's it going? Hit B Explorer, Jam and Jeff, in case I missed y'all. Yeah, the turbo pan. Yeah, I like the turbo pan. It's a nice little thing, but you know, it's not a home pan. It's something if you're out in the stream or something, but it works, and that's what you need. If a pan works, and it's good. Gemstone HD's turbo pan is now a bird bath in the back death. Yeah, like I said, you can't really, I mean, it's got like one specific use, so, and it's not better than, you know, the super sluice. You know, most people it's such an awkward way to pan. You know, it works, but it's too awkward for people to bring with them and use, so. Hey, Mark Hatfield, how's it going? Yeah. So, and remember, there is up pinned at top is the contest for tonight, so you can win some gold tonight. You won't win the gold I pan out tonight, but you'll win something similar. I will send you gold, so you'll be happy. It's free gold. You know, so make sure you leave one comment and one comment only. Got to wear a wetsuit if you use a turbo. Yeah, it's not that. Like I said, you can't do it at home. Well, you can, but then, you know, someone will come and scream at you that the floor's wet. All right, Ginger, have a nice day today, man. Vendetta prospecting. You do. You do. So, again, tonight we're going to be panning out some of the Arizona Gold Lady Paydirt. I classified it down plus 10 and then plus 40. We're not going to be panning out the minus 40 tonight. There was no real fine gold in there. It's one of the problems when you review something and then you're going to go pan it out later. I know there was only like 2 or 3 specs in the minus 40. It's too much work. Even though I'm sure whoever would win would want it, but those 2 or 3 specs aren't worth the time. Hey, Cajun Coin Hunter, how's it going? Hey, K6, how's it going? I actually shot a video with the turbo pan. I did a review on it, and I didn't make too much of a mess, I don't think. But I probably wasn't doing it perfectly either. You know, that's the problem when you're doing reviews on gold pans. You know, anyone could come back and say later, oh, you didn't do it, you know, you didn't swirl 18 times to the left and 18 times to the right. You only did it 17, so. I emailed the Gold Lady. Yeah, I'm sure eventually she'll get on there. Hopefully she does. I mean, but the good thing is you can call her. I was actually going to call her and see how much gold her gold was. I think my buddy John bought some gold from her too. So, where did you get your display case for your nugget? I got it off of Amazon. It's actually, it wasn't bad. It was like $26. Well worth it. Well worth the $26. And it was a, what was it called? It was like a Super Bowl ring display or a championship ring display. If you just go on Amazon and search championship ring display, that's it. Or what you know, I'll put a link to it on that post later tonight. I'll go back to that post and put a link to the specific one because they have a whole bunch of different ones. And I read a lot of the comments, and they had ones that were more pricey, ones that shipped from China. But this is from the legit company that does most of them. But I love it. And, I was kind of worried because it's built to hold a ring, you know, like a Super Bowl ring. But the nugget fit in there perfectly, so not going to complain. JP Lawns and more. Definitely do, JP. Jason G. Yeah, that video had horrible sound because I had waterproofed my camera. And I totally forgot that it would block out 90% of the sound, so eventually I'm going to redo it again. One of these days I'm going to get back into doing some reviews on some pans. I have a ton of them. Now that I have my own space and my own basement, I can do what I want. I can set up a kiddie pool in here and make a mess if I want to. I got a sump pump, so y'all ready? I think we're going to shrink down my ugly mug and start panning some Paydirt. Give you a banjo pan. I have a banjo pan. Actually, I think I just hacked up the banjo pan. I was doing something the other day and I needed something. I think I hacked it up. I was playing around because I had never used it. And he doesn't really push it anymore or try to sell it or advertise it. So I figure, no reason to review it really. Most people figured out it really wasn't worth it. No. Yeah, Josh, tell them. Everyone hit that like button. So, all right, let me shrink down my ugly mug, and then we're going to do some panning and find some gold, hopefully. Let me fix all that. So there you go. Pan in some water. Let's get that done. Bring on the shiny. That's it. All right. Well, maybe you'll get the nugget tonight, Carl. Whoever wins, I'm probably going to just replace the gold tonight with a little nugget or something. A little picker. I don't know what I have in my little Patreon stash. I'll have to look. Thank you, digging it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You're gonna love sitting here paying while you're paying. Well, you got Gold Bay. You're probably gonna get much better results than I am tonight. So there we go. This is a +10, and then we have the +40. So a lot of material here because it was about 2.5 pounds before I took out the -40. Well, I'm glad you had fun, Mark. I'm doing good, John. How about yourself? Mark Mitchell. No, they don't. Not unless you're giving it to them. Oh, it's nice. I have nice warm water tonight. When I was shooting a review the other day, my hands were freezing because the water was so cold. Because I let it sit out before I decided to start panning. So tonight, I dumped some hot water in here. Pan out gold nugget sales 100%. Oh, well, you're definitely going to get better results than me. Because with the 100% one is what, 5 grams minimum? Skull and bone crushing. Yeah, Vendetta has some good Paydirt. That, you know, that was another one that I bought off of eBay. Vendetta. He has some good Paydirt. And the only reason I know that is because I did a bag of it non-review. Because I ended up getting 3 bags. Some more material here. Yeah, dry washers are crazy, especially since they don't have like the best recovery rate. I mean, even the water sluice, the big ones that you see on Gold Rush, those things I think only have like a 95% recovery rate. Those monster dry wash ones are ridiculous, like down to 70%. But they're really cool. I like the way they work. Well, hopefully it's gone for good, Steven. Here, let me... Is it washed out? Is that better? Yeah, I definitely want to see that Vendetta when you do that. Yeah, this stuff should be pretty easy. The minus 40 was a pain, but there wasn't enough gold in there to make it worth panning it all out. This is just the plus 10. I separated the plus 10. I classified this down a little bit. Because whenever I don't classify it, I complain the whole live show about how I wish I would have classified it down. So here we go. Here's all the plus 10. Much better. All right. Yeah, see, I set it up earlier today, and I didn't even think. This is what I said. See, when I pan, normally I have that other light on, and I didn't even realize I'd left it on. Well, I'm hoping to see, I was hoping by classifying it down I'd find a nice little plus 10 piece of gold in here. But so far, it's not looking like it. Yeah, plus 10 on this one was a dud. On the bag I reviewed, I got, I think one piece in the plus 10, but that's good. But we still have all this to go through. So. And this is all plus 40 material. Hey, Carl. Yeah. I actually used it in, I think, one of my reviews lately. But I'm not a fan of them. Even though I love this pan, I only use one sluice. One riffle section. I really don't ever use the other ones. It's a 4-stage pan and I only use one stage. But it's my favorite pan. I've tried 1-stage pans, ones that only have one, and I just didn't like them as much. There's just something about this pan that I like. I used to use it. I used to use these, but then I just kind of got out of the habit of it. I just don't feel like I have as much control with the big rocks. So. Well, that sounds like fun, Jonathan. Trying to think of who you haven't purchased Paydirt from. Yeah, my list isn't too long. It used to be super long on people I haven't reviewed yet. But now it's much shorter. Much shorter. I think I only have like 30 current sellers that I haven't reviewed. But then again, there are a lot on eBay I haven't reviewed. So, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing. All right, let's dump this off. Hey, Howard, we're doing some of the Arizona Gold Lady. I'm doing one of her $30 bags. So, and then I classified it down to plus 40. We already panned out the plus 10, and this is all the plus 40. There was no gold in the plus 10. Boo, hiss. I need to find a place. Why lockdown? The COVID lockdown. Have I updated my webpage? No. My website is... I slowly update it, then I get frustrated with it. You know, after it got hacked and I had to rebuild everything, I was, I think, a year behind by the time I got everything on the back end rebuilt. And then it was just, every time I go to it, it's like, oh, now it's 2 years back. But I am going to update it in the next month or two and make it current. But it might take me a long time to go back because I kind of got in my head where I wanted to have it totally fixed and totally current. And I think that was just kicking my butt. So I think what I'm going to do is just start making it current. And then I'll have to slowly go back and add in the old reviews that are missing from the hack till now. But there is some sections I want to add in there because I really want to add a section of sellers to avoid at all costs. Like a list of all the sites that are owned by the guy who has Big Nugget Paydirt and the Klondike Clink or the fake lynch mining, all his websites. I really want to put something on there so people stop getting ripped off. So maybe I'll start doing that on the weekends when I have my kids and they're doing schoolwork or something. Hey, 3 Nuggeteers, how's it going? It is only a $30 bag. I did find good gold in a $100 bag, but I have to tell you, this Paydirt, you know, there's a lot of Paydirts out there that have stores and that I've reviewed, you know, Nature's Creations. There's a couple of them. I can't remember any of the other ones off my top of my head where they actually have stores and they're in gold country. And the ROIs on them are just pitiful. You know, you spend $100 and you get maybe $25 worth of gold if you're lucky. And I was really surprised at the ROI. Getting an over 70% ROI from somebody who just owns a shop and is selling essentially what I would consider tourist Paydirt, you know, where someone's going to come in and be like, oh, let's look around. Oh, look at this Paydirt. Really good ROI. I have to say, it was really, really good ROI. The $100 bag was, I think, 77% ROI, and the $30 bag was about 75% ROI, so you can't complain. All right, Vendetta, you have a nice one. Peace dollar and a 55 Franklin, both nice ones. I like the Peace dollar more than the Franklin. I like the old coins like that. I am seeing a little piece of gold in every little pan, so I know I'm not showing it, but there is. $90-mile-an-hour winds. Gemstone JD. He's got so much Paydirt stockpiled. Jackie Scott. What'd you barbecue tonight, Jackie Scott? Put something on the grill tonight, I'm guessing. So getting like one or two little colors in there. Not sure if you can see them. But getting one or two tiny little colors in each pan. And I'm not using too much material, so. You pan a lot of it out, you just don't show it. Yeah, you hear the cat? He's upset because I have my door closed to keep this room warm. So he's upset. He hears me talking, so he figures there must be a party in here or something, and he's being left out. But funny story about the cat. So the other day, I was in the basement, and I saw one of my little black weighing trays on the floor, and I thought, oh, he must have gotten to my little stash and been playing with one. I was like, and then I started thinking, well, did I have one sitting out that had gold in it? And I was like, no. Well, sure enough, I came in here, and on my table was a couple pieces of gold. And I remembered I just cleaned some gold, and I had 5 little pieces that I'd cleaned, and there was only 4 here. So I can't find the 5th one. He put it somewhere. I'll stumble across it one of these days. Rinky's awesome. Glad to hear. Back's not been too bad. My back's not been too... I mean, it's much more manageable now. The pain never goes away, but, you know, it doesn't cripple me over like it does sometimes. So, but my body's one of those, you know, I have one of those wonderful bodies where if something else isn't hurting, something else hurts. So my ankle's been bugging me. My shoulders have been bugging me. But again, as long as something doesn't make you curl up in the fetal position, I can live with it. So. But the back's been much better. Just some Alaska Bering Sea Paydirt. I love Bering Sea Paydirt. A couple Paydirts I really enjoy. Bering Sea, I really like the Nome Beach sands, things like that. And I really love Australian Paydirt. Golden cat poop. Nah, well, if he ate it, it's gone. I'm not getting that back. I figured he just grabbed the tray to play with it and the gold went flying. So it's on the floor in here somewhere. Next time I vacuum in here, I'll just pan out the stuff. It's a concrete floor, so. Oh, it's never going to get better, but it's just not hurting me as much. So I've been trying to take it much easier and not doing anything. This pan had a couple more extra pieces of gold in there. I know my lights are a little jinky tonight. I was kind of delayed tonight setting everything up. So I kind of just stuck the camera down and assumed it would all be good. But about 2/3 of the way through it. Yeah, I really like those bags. That bag was really good. From the guy's owner's name is Brian. I saw someone left a comment where they thought it was the same guy, J&J Prospecting. That's also in Alaska. That does pretty much 100% ROIs. But it's just a way for them to get rid of all their fine gold so they don't have to, smelt it down. Not as many people want to buy fine gold. I get people all that I'll talk to and they'll be like, oh, I want to buy gold, but no fine stuff. They just want plus 20 and up. Yeah, it's funny is there's still gold on the beaches in Nome. There's just not as much as if you go dredging. The dredging has a lot more, so most people don't do it on the beaches as much. But I have heard that Nome is really cracking down on the beach mining, though. Because I've seen some pictures of Nome beaches where they were pretty ratty, where people were just leaving trash everywhere, broken down equipment, and just Nome's cutting back a lot more on letting people do stuff. The Peninsula Pay. Yeah, I really like Kenai. I know I probably pronounced it wrong. I haven't seen him around too much. I might have to email him, see how things are going. But I know I think he works on the oil fields, so he might be really busy on the oil fields. Yeah, fine gold. I love fine gold, but I love nuggets better. So don't everyone start sending me fine gold to pan out. If you're having a hard time finding those nuggets in the pan, send it to me. It definitely takes a lot longer to get the fine gold out, so you can spend a lot more time doing it. Go buy a claim. She's just trying to get rid of you. Is that a good thing she's trying to get rid of you for 2 weeks? Or the good thing that you can buy a claim? I was looking at the thing, what was it? What's it called? Find My Land or something like that. I was using that the other day. I was on my phone and I had it. And I was looking at some of the claims in Colorado. Not to buy one, just to looking around, looking at the areas to see where the gold was coming from. I don't know, Brian. I know that's not his name, though. I just don't want to say his name on here. It's a Brian, but it's not that Brian. Just in case he doesn't want me saying his name. I don't know if it's on his website or not. Longer experience. That's it. I will say, though, fine gold does wreck my back. Being bent over the water for a long time, that's one of the things that will wreck my back. And I think that's what was causing so much issue as I was going through a lot of black sands. In December, everyone was sending me fine gold to pan out. Well, Florida's got good gold. It's just all old Spanish gold. You just got to go to the beaches with the metal detector after a hurricane. Gary endorsed. Yeah, 5 pounds is a lot of material to go through. I remember, I think Washington Beach Mining, I think they stopped selling it. They used to sell their 1 pound bag, which I've reviewed twice. But I think they used to sell a 5 pound bag as well. And I even thought, man, that would just drive you crazy. I couldn't even shoot a video because originally I was going to order it, but then I figured even sped up, it would make my video an hour long. Hooked on the new show, Freddie Dodge. Yeah, I get every channel except for Discovery Channel, and it drives me crazy that I can't watch it. So I have to wait till it's finished. Once the whole season's over, I can go do my 7-day trial with the Discovery app. and watch all the episodes in 2 days. Carl order. It says a quarter gram, a small nugget, or a big picker. I mean, there's no set amount for me. Personally, it has to be 0.40 or higher to be a nugget. Everything below that to me is a picker. And that's just the way I sort it for my Patreon giveaways. But, you know, it's really up to the person. I mean, I've seen, if you go on eBay, everything in this pan is going to be nuggets. So then there's people, you know, that are probably on some really big gold in Australia that are saying anything under a half ounce is a picker, you know. Yeah, only the coils. There's very few metal detectors that you can take all the way under the water. And you can usually tell if they are because they look like scuba gear more than a metal detector. Yeah, I didn't like the Dave Turin show. You know, the Dave Turin show really aggravated me. I watched it all. But the thing that bugs me about that is they kept referring to Dave Turin as a gold mining legend. What the junk was that? He worked with Todd Hoffman. I mean, he knew a lot about excavating because his family's into, you know, has a rock quarry. But he knew nothing about gold until he started working for Todd Hoffman, who is the worst mentor in the world that you could go to Todd Hoffman and come back and become a gold mining legend. I mean, come on. So that really bugged me about him. And to tell you the truth, watching that show, he just reminded me of a skinnier version of Todd Hoffman. Every single mine site he was going to, he was like, oh, this one will have 1 million tons of gold in it. And I just need to find some. It was just ridiculous. I didn't really like the Dave Turin show. I didn't like it at all. His lost mines or whatever. I mean, he was talking about, oh, he wanted to do load digging. He never did load bearing gold anywhere. I mean, how would he know how to do that? To me, it was just a skinnier version of Todd Hoffman. He had all kinds of big dreams, and none of them were going to happen. So. Backyard Prospecting. Yeah, I love that show. That show was so hilarious. I know what you're talking about, the two guys that went down there. And then the last show they did, the last season, where they had the like weird little part where they got ripped off and all their gold was stolen. That show was funny. Those guys knew nothing. I mean, they were going down there with the last season with just a rock crusher, like a hand-cranked rock crusher. I can't remember the name of that show. That was such a good show. That show was so funny. I mean, I'll have to try and look that show up. That was funny. I just love the episode where they were hand-cranking a rock crusher, trying to make enough money so they could get their backhoe or something. Yeah, I love Freddie Dodge. Freddie Dodge is the best. I like him and Parker. That's about it. Parker needs to work on his people skills, but he's a really smart guy. He just doesn't know how to talk to people. But he's young, so he'll get that eventually. One of these days, he'll say the wrong thing to somebody on one of these mines, and they'll beat him up because they don't care if they're working at a rock truck or not. And then after that, he'll calm down. Oh, that show, it definitely reeked of desperation. I mean, these guys were so broke. Their houses were in foreclosure, and they're like, I know, my house is in foreclosure. Let's go to a foreign country we've never been to before and go gold mining. And then they borrowed all the money from their in-laws. That was the best. They weren't borrowing the money from their own parents. They were borrowing the money from their in-laws. That guaranteed their wives wouldn't leave them when they were out of the country, you know? That's it, Three Nuggeteers. That's all it takes. My younger brother, used to be the same way. He used to just be disrespectful to everybody. He didn't care. And it just took one time. My dad used to own a construction company. So we used to work for him during the summers. And me, I figured I was just there. I was the exact same as everyone else there. I was just there to work, get paid my minimum wage, and that was it. My brother thought, my dad owned the company. He should get special treatment and treat people wrong. And one of the guys there didn't take so kindly to that and put a whooping on him. It wasn't too bad of a whooping because everyone jumped in and stopped it. But after that, he kind of stopped being so mean. Parker might have them hands. I don't know. Size comparable to each other, but you never know. You never know. Parker with the heel hook. Yeah, he might know some awesome jujitsu or something. Oh. Been rooting for Rick Ness. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sure about Rick Ness yet. It's kind of the weird thing is I like Parker. Parker grew up around gold. I mean, when he was a kid, he was working on his grandpa's claim. I mean, so he knew how to gold mine. I mean, he knew how to gold mine when he was 12. I mean, the very first episode, Todd Hoffman and them had to go to him when he was, 16? And ask him how to run their own setup. He had to go down there and show them because he knew more than them. So all these other people, they just get on the show and they get popular. It doesn't mean you're a gold miner. Like Dave Turin got popular on the show and Rick got popular on the show. But it doesn't make you a gold miner just because you're popular. Yeah, the Dakota boys are good. But I think the main problem with the Gold Rush show is probably Parker and Tony Beats get paid so much money that they have to keep all the other guys on there so they can pay them less money, because they're not as good. And they're, if somebody offered me, if they told me, hey, we're going to give you $25,000 or $20,000 an episode, I'd do it too, Where Parker's probably making $100,000 per episode, and he's got all his side hustle shows on too. No, supposedly they pay everything. So it's essentially their own pocketbook. They pay for all the gas and everything. Discovery Channel pays nothing except for them. They pay them for a personality just like if they were on any other reality TV show. So if they do it, it's cost out of their pocket. But I'm sure they get paid good. Yeah, Parker's really knowledgeable. It's one of those things where he's like the Bill Gates, of gold, where he does all his time studying about gold and land and stuff like that, and he didn't work on his personality any, Yeah, and that equipment, well, they lease all the equipment, which I always think about when I watch this show, how much they wreck that equipment. I know Parker buys a lot of his equipment because, he actually makes money, so it's better investment to buy your equipment than to lease it. But all the rest of them, they just lease that stuff. Definitely don't want to lease it after them if the way all these companies wreck the stuff. Yeah, Dan Riley, I wish. Yep. You don't actually start making good money on YouTube until you hit 10,000 subs. Then you make really good money once you hit 100,000. Because once you hit 100,000, that's when they start doing very specific commercials for you. But when you get 10,000, you get certain little ad revenue differences, but not much. But it's when you get 100,000. It used to be much better. Before I started my YouTube channel, it used to be a lot better what they paid. But then so many people started cheating YouTube and the stats to make more money that YouTube ended all that. So there we go. Nice little pile of gold. Hopefully it'll show up. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. I don't know if that weighs. That'll probably weigh like 0.3 to 0.4. Peaking now. I know. He's got a lot of money invested, though. That's a good thing. I'll tell you, any gold miner eventually goes broke. So I'm sure one of these days Parker will go broke and loses, everything gambling on a mine. But I'm sure he'll make it back eventually, too. All right, so there we go. Little pile of gold. Let's make y'all look at my ugly mug again. All right, I gotta go turn on that light again. There we go. So that's a problem when you don't set up all your lights before. You're wasting your time sitting around. All right, let me get to chat. Call you up to show? All right. You'll probably have to call me because I'm old and forgetful, but I'll remember. It's not that much longer in the show, so. Just catching up on any chat I might have missed. I love Parker. I think Parker's the best. Hey, Vendetta Prospecting, thank you very much. I don't know how heavy that pan was. I'm guessing somewhere from 0.3 to 0.4. So, I will end up weighing it up. I don't know if I'll post it on here or not, but I will end up weighing it up just so I can tell my buddy John who bought this Paydirt. So make sure, again, there is a link above, pinned comment. Go click that and make sure you've left one comment so you can win some gold tonight. You won't win that specific gold. I will send you some gold or a picker or something like that tonight. So, but you'll win some gold. Coffee mug with the word ugly. Eventually it will. I've been working on it. I found the mug. I've got somebody that's going to be working on the image for it because I don't want to put this ugly mug on there. But you know, you don't want to put a picture on there just you steal off of YouTube or Google, so on Natural Gold Trader, I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I did one of his bags. And it was kind of upsetting. I did one of his bags, I guess in 2019 or somewhere around there. And then last year I was going to do a review on his bag. I had it scheduled and everything. And someone else did a review on him and got an over 100% ROI, I think. And like the next day he jacked up his prices like 15 to 20 bucks. And it was just, after that I didn't want to do it. It was just, he put too big of a chunk on there, so I haven't reviewed them since then because, you know, it used to be when gold was at like 50, he was selling his Paydirt for 60. And it was free shipping. I think he was selling it for 63 and it was free shipping. And then the last time I looked, it was like 85 bucks or $88. And it was just, kind of, I will get back to him again this year because I'm going through some of the old sellers again. I just saw a review for I Pan for Gold. It wasn't a review. Someone was panning it out. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm the best panner in the world, especially since I speed everything up with my videos. Here you get to see me do it live, but again, I probably miss some gold when I'm doing this show. Actually, I know sometimes I do miss gold if I start talking too much, but no, I've never crushed any rock. It's too labor intensive, takes too much dust. And they have some other channels that do that. There's just not enough people that sell ore. I think I only know, I used to have a list of them. And I think there was like 5 sellers that sold ore. So it wasn't really worth it to go invest in, you know, a rock crusher and all that, especially since somebody else that already has a channel that did a couple of those bags. Oh, I'm sure there's tons of people that gold prospect in Wisconsin. I know some people that have prospected in Louisiana. I know people that have prospected everywhere. You know, there's people that they'll search for gold in everywhere. So I'm sure some people have done it. They just don't have YouTube channels. An old miner on the ugly mug. It's actually going to be a picture of me, but I'm doing it differently. I don't want my personal picture on the mug, so. That wasn't really a real ore. And I still feel bad about that. I never went back and did a second video. And I actually have the gold still somewhere in a vial. And I have all the stuff left because I still need to go and acid it. Put some acid on it to get the gold that I didn't recover. Hey, Mokoop. No problems. I'm glad you arrived safe and you enjoyed it. Here. We'll see if he shows up. Open the door for him. But yeah, I still have all that Gold Bay hard rock. So I'm sure, because I think I ended up getting, what was it, a 70, like 75% ROI on it. And I'm sure I missed gold. It would have been, you know, up to close to 90%. So, and it wasn't a cheap thing. So I probably still lost probably $30 or $40 worth of gold. So I need to go back and get it. It's just too cold right now. Once it warms up, I'll definitely go outside. I keep wanting to do it, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it in the basement. I'll end up passing out down here and poison myself. Miner's Table sells hard rock. It is just not enough companies. You know, because it's one thing, you know, if I put a company up now, like if I review, you know, 3 Nuggeteers, all someone has to do is go buy a $10 pan. I mean, you can get a $6 pan off of Amazon and they can get to it. But if I do hard rock and it's great and it looks wonderful, someone's got to really go invest some money to do it. The acid. Yeah, I got 2 gallons of it sitting in my backyard. Yeah, there's a couple. Who was it? There's a big YouTuber that did the streets around the gold areas, and he also did one. He did another one, if you can remember who he is, where he went through the streets like highways, and he recovered all the platinum from people's Cadillac converters. Sean Sparks. Yeah, like I said, I got, I think, a 75% ROI, but, you know, a little bird told me that the ROIs were higher. And I think that's one of the reasons why he stopped selling it, because people couldn't get the gold out. Stop. Go. Now he's in here, but now he's being aggravating. So I think that might be one of the reasons he got rid of it, because no matter how much you crush that stuff up, you were always going to have one little piece embedded on a rock or something else that you couldn't break. So I'm going to take some acid to it sometime this year, and we're going to find out what I missed. Ken Carbon, how to pan fine. Take your time. Take your time. I can tell you, the main thing about panning fine gold, and the thing that I've learned the most, is if you're doing one thing and it don't work, change. You know, like you'll see me, I'll tap the pan to the left, and I generally want to swirl the pan to the left also. But if the gold decides it wants to sit on that left side of the pan, then I have to change and start swirling from the right, so you're not getting the chance to wash it down. And it'll happen. I'll tap the pan, and sometimes the way I tap my pan, most of the gold is usually supposed to go to the right top, you know, like 1 o'clock. And sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes it'll say, nope, I'm going to 10 o'clock. And then you just got to change the way you pan. And don't be scared to start over. I just shot a video, the next review I have coming out Monday, where I was in the middle of the -40 and I just messed up and just had to start over. You know, the easiest silly Cadillac converter from. Yeah, that sucks. No, no, not that type. I haven't. That was in my younger days when I was a kid in high school. But nah, I don't even drink anymore, so. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Uh-oh. The cat's going for the gold now. He sees the water. Cody's Lab. That's it. Yeah, Cody's Lab. Yeah, he's got some good videos. I like Cody's Lab. So, all right. Y'all ready to win some gold? Let's see. Let me go check, make sure everyone's comments are being approved, and then we're going to get some. Give away some gold. Everyone's comments approved. That's good. Now let's check. See any comments. Well, there you go. That's not too bad. All right, so you got about 2 minutes. Make sure you go. It's pinned above, and leave a comment if you haven't already, because everything's all set up. Dennis. I melted a bowl in the oven live. Yeah, that's why I don't do too much on the live shows. I make sure I pre-plan everything out in advance, just so I don't mess up. I mean, and I still messed up with like the lights tonight, so. Yeah, Cody's Lab has got a really good channel. He does a lot of crazy stuff. Not too much with like gold and stuff like that, but he does have a couple videos about it. You're gonna have time to grab a beer. Yeah. You got to go to the top of the chat. There'll be a pinned message. The very top message on the chat board will say, Miller Prospecting. To enter tonight's Gold Gog, go here and leave. It isn't Cody. Cody's the one, too, who did the... where he put mercury in his mouth. And he was swirling the mercury around in his mouth to show you how safe it was. I'm pretty sure that was on Cody's channel. It's 8:15 here. HE said, I'm winning tonight. Well, there you go, Carl. Everyone else can just leave now. You can delete all your messages. Carl's winning. Hey, Dan. So, all right. I think that was time enough for somebody to go grab a beer or not. I'm going to go. We're going to shrink down my ugly mug. Let me get everything ready here. And then we're going to... let me go get the link. All right, there we go. Now I can shrink down my ugly mug. I agree. I would not be messing around with mercury. I definitely wouldn't be putting it in my mouth, but, you know, I do know it's really not as toxic as, you know, it's made out to be. It's the vapors. It just evaporates pretty quickly, so... Three Nuggeteers. All right, so there we go. Everyone's name's in there, or everyone's comments. Hope let's post the link. Fetch. No replies. I didn't reply to anything, and I doubt anyone else did, but... so there we go. So, good luck to everyone. Thanks for watching. And again, I'm not going to be sending that gold right there, but I will be sending you some gold, whoever the winner is tonight. So here we go. KC, I'm here. Pick me for once. I picked you. See, you're here. Now you just have to make a comment in chat. All right. Thank you very much, Charlie, and I will do that. You should email me, dylan@millerprospecting.com. We can talk about it. Oregon's pretty far from me, but... no, I don't have any pictures of any of the gold. I can only store so much, and I save every single video I shoot, so I have 2 USB cards maxed out. I have a hard drive maxed out with videos, so I don't take pics. I've never gotten any super interesting gold that was worth really saving a picture of. Most of the gold I find is, you know, barely above +10. I've gotten a couple of nice little pieces with some quartz in it, and that was about it. I did have the one that I thought was a thumbs up, and everyone else thought was giving somebody a gold middle finger. So there you go, KC. I will send you something. Again, you won't win that gold, but I will send you an equal amount of gold in a picker, or just loose gold, or who knows what. I'll send you some gold when I'm digging around in my pile today. And I would send you that, but the person who bought it, that was, you know, I don't want to take their gold and replace their gold, so I don't know. HE is a boomerang nugget. Thank you very much, Raymond. I will email you later. I have to email you, and I will send you the tracking number and stuff like that. So I have a couple. I have caught up on my emails. I've been doing much better on my replies to people. So, you know, not like I did EVG where it was a month in between each email. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy. Yeah, I can only do one. Maybe I'll have to start splitting it up and picking like 2 winners and having somebody else win a consolation prize or something. I'll have to start looking into that. Just a new idea for me to think about. So I do have a review coming up Monday. I have a mail call coming out Saturday. I have some Paydirt from my good buddy John, who has sent me some good Paydirts in the past. So I have a mail call for him on Saturday. Then Monday, I'm going to be reviewing, I don't even know who. But I've got the review shot. I just going blank right now. But it's an eBay seller. Oh, and it's an eBay seller one of the people here really likes that's not here. Yeah, he is. Mad Hatter, how you doing? I've got a review of Music Man coming out Monday. I know he's one of your favorites. You've done more things on Music Man than anybody else, Mad Hatter. So I have a review of Music Man _46 _2004 coming out Monday. Have a video coming out this Saturday as well. Hey, Donna, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Donna. And hey, Neil, I don't know if I told you hey or not. So make sure you check those out. Saturday I will have a mail call. Monday I will have a new review of an eBay seller, Music Man _46 _2004. That might be wrong. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. Well, thank you very much, John. I really appreciate that. All right, Joel Jeffrey. Music Man is awesome. Yeah, it was kind of weird shooting that video because, typically, and I say it a lot in my videos, I stay away from other reviewers when I see they're doing Paydirt. Just so I don't get into it thinking, oh, this is what I'm going to get. This is how it's going to be. But just because Justin over at Mad Hatter Prospect needed so many bags, and I've actually seen a couple reviews of him, not only from him, but I think Dig Daddy did a bag, and I think somebody else did a bag, and I watched all those reviews. I don't know why, but so I did go into it thinking that it was going to be really, really good Paydirt. I'm not going to tell you if it was good or I'm not going to tell you if it was bad, but I went into it thinking it was going to be really good Paydirt. All right, Brian, thank you very much. No problem, Joey Brown. Better to see some of it than none of it, right? So, all right, I think I'm going to get out of here now. Go grab something to eat before I have to call my kids. And I have to call... Who do I have to call? I have to call Jackie Scott. That's right, I have to call Jackie Scott, catch up on some emails. But again, check me out Saturday. I will have a new video out Saturday, and I will also have a new video out Monday for Music Man, an eBay seller. So check that one out. Might be a good eBay seller, unlike most of them out there. So that's going to be it. I'm going to get out of here and go do some stuff. And I want to thank everyone for watching this show, everyone who donated, and everyone who just spent the time looking at my ugly mug. I really do appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Happy panning, and hope to see y'all next Thursday. All right, let me end this.